Good evening, Madam Mayor and members of the City Council. My name is Tony Package and I live in Fullerton. Failure to lead. Does this sound familiar to some members of the committee? Council, the 10% water franchise fee is another example of failure to lead. This fee has been going on as long as some members have been on this City Council. If they cared about Fullerton citizens, they would have tackled this issue years ago and requested a proper assessment of cost of service. Yes, I am talking about Mr. Bankhead and Dr. Jones. Mr. McKinley, for once you cannot be blamed for this embarrassment. You were too involved in hiring criminals to our police force. But I digress. Your vote to discontinue the water franchise fee is only the beginning of the questions that need to be addressed. If you discontinue the 10% fee transfer to the general funds, does that mean an automatic 10% reduction in water rates? I don't know. I suggest not, and leave the rates as is and use whatever money is left over for after a real assessment of cost of services be used for the pipeline water pipe replacement. Maybe you won't have to have a 6% or even a 2.5 raise in our water rates. 6% and 2.5 is what was in the report that that previously given. The rate increase is already there. After the cost of service assessment, what will happen to the last 3 years of excess fees? I know the ad hoc committee hasn't discussed this, but my suggestion is, and it's about approximately $2.5 million or more in the general fund, again, the logical suggestion is to use these funds for the water pipe replacement and help reduce or eliminate the increased water rates needed to fund the pipe replacement. But where will the $2.5 million owed the water fund come from? Most likely it will have to come from our reserves. Again, this shows a failure to lead by forcing us to reduce our meager reserves in scary financial times. Unbelievable what happens when people just don't care. Regarding the city manager's offer of doing an internal assessment of cost of service, while he and his staff means well, the reality is until a real impartial audit is done, the citizens of Fullerton will always think that somehow we are being cheated. Spend the money, get an independent audit, and take yourself off the hot seat. Finally, the Municipal and Financial Services report that was submitted to the ad hoc committee. Of most concern to me and to many people in the public is the value and rent they propose for City of Fullerton land used by the Water Commission. The assessors were directed to value the land based on best and highest use, i.e. commercial use. I have visited several of these properties. Many have a water tank or equipment on them. Others are multiple use as parks, and others are barely suitable for commercial or use or housing. Then why value them for best and highest use? Assess their value for what they are, utility space. Will someone please look at this issue and with logical assessment of use? Thank you, and I hope someone is listening or awake.